Okay, hi friends. It's Miss Tracey from Smith County Public Library and
Tanya Hall, Ranger Tanya from Hungry Mother's
Tanya.
State Park.
That's right, and we're here down by the boat dock in a beautiful setting to read you some cool books about birds. And then we're gonna listen for some birds. Yeah, it'll be fun. Okay, here we go. This first one I'm dedicating to my good friend Monica Hull because it feels like a Monica book. It's gonna go fast. It's gonna tell you all the names of all different birds. It's called Bird, 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 A Chirping Chant. It's by April Pulley Sayre, and it's published by Northwood. These are real birds, by the way, because in the back it tells you all about the birds, the real ones. They don't actually look like this, drawings. Wandering Tattler, Wandering Tattler, Timberdoodle Teal, Nutcracker, Gnatcatcher. Are these real? They are. Yellow-bellied Sapsucker, picture that. Chakalaka chickadee, chat, chat, chat. I mean, there's a bird called a chakalaka, y'all. Bufflehead Shoveler, both are foul. Bald eagle bobolink, burrowing owl. Mockingbird Meadowlark, sing that tune. Towhee Tanager, loon, loon, loon. Kingsbird Kingfisher, kite kinglet, frigatebird. Hold on, I think I messed that up. Kingsbird Kingfisher, kite kinglet, frigatebird. Oh my, what a sight. I don't think that rhymes very well. Anyway, there he is. Grackle, grosbeak, sharp-shinned hawk, whooping crane, laughing gull, awk, awk, awk. I had a sharp-shinned hawk in my yard recently. It was the coolest. Roseate spoonbill, where's that fork? Turns out he's wearing it on his hat. Scissor-tailed flycatcher, stilt stork. Puffin, pelican, roadrunner rail, barn swallow, tree swallow, quail, quail, quail. Worm-eating warbler, woodpecker widgeon, piping plover, poor will pintail pigeon. He's not driving the bus, too. He's floating in the pond. Snow goose, sage grouse, great display, California condor, JJJ. Bluebird, blackbird, bobwhite brant, oystercatcher, ovenbird, cormorant. House wren, hummingbird, white-tailed dove, birds, birds, birds. That's what I love. And that's what we're studying in Citizen Science Week, and that's why we've given you the packets with the little binoculars. And if you don't have yours yet, come by the library. Miss Tanya helped me put together a birding journal that's super cool. And back here it tells you all of these birds and where they live and what they look like and what they eat. And yeah, you need to check this out. It's a great book. Bird, bird, bird.
Wow, Miss Tracey, you were really good at reading that. I would have stumbled over all of those
I
bird
did stumble
names.
a lot.
You did really well. And I love the little rhythm.
I messed that up for sure.
I'm going to read one, and it's called Birds by Kevin Hinks.
I think it's Hankies.
Hankies?
Hanks? I don't know. It's weird.
Henkes.
Draw your own conclusions, friends.
And illustrated by Laura. Oh my goodness, what is that name?
Dronzik.
Dronzik.
We're going to say Dronzik.
She gave me the hard illustrator and
did.
author. So, birds. Oh, look at the colorful birds. That's one thing I love about birds is how colorful they are. So, for our parents and our children. So sweet. In the morning, I hear birds singing through the open window. If you listen real quietly, just for a second, you can hear the birds out all around us. They're everywhere.
They did, although they got quiet when you did. That's what's funny.
They really did. Birds can be yellow or blue or brown or red or even green, I think. Sometimes they are so black that you can't see their eyes or their feathers, just their shapes. Birds can be big or any size in between. Once I saw 7 birds on the telephone wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They didn't move. And they didn't move. And they didn't move. I looked away for just a second. And they were gone.
All 7 of them. Gone.
They just left. If birds made marks with their tail feathers when they flew, think what the sky would look like.
That'd be so pretty.
Ooh, just imagine, like when the jets fly over and you can see the little white. Just imagine if you could see like a red trail when a cardinal flew by.
That'd be really cool.
Or a yellow one when a goldfinch flew by.
Oh, I love the
That would
goldfinches.
be cool. If clouds were birds, the sky would look like this. Or this.
Oh, they're nesting with their heads under their wings. I like that.
Sometimes in winter, a bird in a tree looks like one red leaf left over.
It's true.
If there are lots of birds in one tree and they all flew away at the same time, it looks like the tree yelled. Surprise!
I've seen that before. It's crazy.
It is. They go everywhere. If I were a bird, I'd ask where all the other birds go when it's stormy and if they can't get home to their nests. I like to pretend I'm a bird. I can't really fly, but I can do this. Can you all pretend to be a bird? I can sing. That's a cute book. I like that book.
You read that very well. I love it. Can you tell that she used to read to kids all the time, and she still does, programming and all. This is a more serious one than the last one I read. It's called About Birds, A Guide for Children. And it's by Catherine Sill, illustrated by John Sill. I assume they are related. Okay, About Birds. I need to get it to the right page. Gosh,
Lots of pages out
I know.
there.
Birds have feathers. There they are. That's a northern cardinal. I'm sure you've spotted one of those in your yard. Baby birds hatch from eggs. That's a robin. They have blue eggs. Some birds build nests on the ground. That's an oven bird. We were just talking about
We
oven birds.
were.
I never heard of an oven bird. Miss Tanya says she sees them all the time here.
Yeah, they're down on the ground and they'll kick their little feet and
Aw.
all the little leaves will fly around.
Cute. I was thinking of a killdeer because they also nest on the ground.
they do.
Yeah. I thought that's what it would be, but it's an oven bird. Some birds build in very high places. That's a bald eagle. That's a very high place. And some do not build a nest at all. Penguins don't build nests, and they don't fly either.
They keep their eggs on their feet.
They do when it's cold, yeah. Birds travel in different ways. These are Canada geese, and they fly in a V formation, and I love to hear the geese fly over.
And when they come down and they land on the lake,
That's awesome,
Oh,
isn't it?
it's the coolest sound ever.
Most birds fly. That is a ruby-throated hummingbird. And sometimes, if you're really quiet and still and you sit outside in a red shirt, they'll come right up to you. I've had that happen before. I was sitting outside of my parents' house. They have hummingbird feeders all around. They're big birders. And I had a red shirt on, and one came like diving down, like, "Are you food?" and then dove back out, like, "Nope, you're not." It
and
was cute.
sometimes they'll sit there and they'll
They
fly
hover.
right in front
I
of your
love that.
face.
And I also like to, I like to watch when they fight each other. They do sometimes. To see who can get to the first one. It's not like a real fight, but you know, it's fun to watch because the hovering. Oh, some birds swim. These are wood ducks. I'm sure you've got these here at the park. And others run. That is a road runner.
We don't have those.
He's running from Wile E. Coyote. That's what they really look like. They're not blue. And there he is in the desert. Birds may flock together. Those are red-winged blackbirds. Or live alone. That's a great horned owl. Likes to live by himself. Birds use their bills to gather food. They have really interesting bills. And for the older kids, I put a list of bird bills and their adaptations and what they're for in your packet. It's really cool. Come by and get it if you don't have it already. There's a magnificent hummingbird. That's what it's actually called, and he is magnificent. And that's an evening grosbeak, and that is a great blue heron, and that is a cedar waxwing, and that is a vermilion flycatcher. And sure enough, it's got a fly right there in its mouth. They sing to let other birds know how they feel. That's an indigo bunting. They are beautiful.
They are. They're one of my favorites.
Birds come in all sizes. So here we have a good variety. We have big and small. There is a great horned owl right there. And there's the bald eagle, obviously big. The great blue heron. If they have a great in that name, you know they're pretty big. There's a cardinal, an indigo bunting. It's even smaller than the cardinal. And there's a ruby-throated hummingbird, which is teeny, teeny, tiny. I don't even see it here. Oh, it's right there under the, I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. Okay. And then there is a red-winged blackbird. They're always around the marshes. And a wood duck and a Canada goose. You can see the difference in those guys. Birds are important to us. They are. Now, there's the backyard feeder. If you don't have one of those, you ought to get one because they are really fun. And then afterwards, it tells you all the different birds, where they are, a little bit about them. Canada geese are strong flyers. Well, you can tell that when they go over. Ruby-throated male hummingbirds beat their wings around 70 times a second.
A second.
A second.
A second.
Hummingbirds are able to hover and even fly backwards. Birds are so cool. Okay, what have you got next?
Well, we just have like a fun book here. It's by Jeremy Tankard, Boo-Hoo Bird.
Let me just tell you guys that Miss Tanya, I call her Miss Tanya still, even though she's Ranger Tanya, she used to work at a daycare that I had come to the library. And she would read this book and the kids loved it. So I brought it just for her to read for you guys.
So I had to read it.
I made her read it.
Oh. So Bird and Raccoon were enjoying a game of catch when Bird got bonked on the head. Ooh. Ouch, moaned Bird. That hurt a lot. He started to cry. Oh no, said Raccoon. I've wounded Bird. Here, I'll kiss it better. Raccoon kissed Bird's bonk. Bird kept crying. It still hurts. I'm sorry, said Raccoon. Let's see if Rabbit can help. Raccoon told Rabbit what happened. Oh, poor Bird, said Rabbit. Would a hug help? Rabbit gave Bird a hug. Bird cried some more. It's not helping. Let's go find Beaver, said Rabbit. He'll know what to do. What you need is a cookie, said Beaver. You can fix any problem with a cookie.
I agree, Beaver.
Beaver gave Bird a cookie. Bird cried louder. I think I'm getting dizzy. Let's ask Sheep what to do, said Beaver. She's full of ideas. Beaver showed Bird's boo-boo to Sheep. What about a game of hide and seek, suggested Sheep. The animals ran and hid. You want me to hide? Wailed Bird. I can hardly walk. Surely Fox can make you feel better, said Sheep. He's clever. Bird got bonked on the head, Sheep told Fox. He's quite upset. What you need is a Band-Aid, said Fox. He disappeared into his den and came back. Band-Aids always make my boo-boos feel better. Fox put the Band-Aid on Bird's head. Band-Aid isn't working! Boo-hoo! Cried Bird. Boo-hoo-hoo! Cried Bird's friends together. Nothing is making Bird feel better.
Look at their mouths.
I like his teeth. Bird looked at his friends. He felt his bonk. It really didn't hurt anymore. I think I'm okay now, he said, but his friends couldn't hear him.
You were too busy crying.
I said, I'm all better now, shouted Bird. See? Bird stood on his head.
He must be better.
He must be if he's standing on that bunk. You're so silly, Bird, said the animals. They laughed and stood on their heads, too. Come on, said Bird. Let's play catch. Bonk.
Oh, you got it on the head again. Oh gosh. So yeah, we love birds, and the library, you know, it's free. The park, really affordable and beautiful. So we encourage you.
And a lot of our programming is free.
Yes, to come to the park and come to the library. And right now we're going to be quiet for just a second, see if we can hear any birds.
But the wind's kind of blowing, so they've kind of gotten a little quiet. So we have to listen really hard.
Okay, ready? I hear some.
Can you hear him?
I hope so. Otherwise we look like fools.
We hear, what are we hearing? A phoebe.
Oh, a phoebe.
A song sparrow. A phoebe again. A little red. Oh, that's a car.
That's too loud. You don't want to hear that. This is why she's Ranger Tanya. She can recognize bird calls. I can't. But I wish I could. That's a superpower I would love to have.
chickadee just called back.
Chickadee,
in the back.
dee, dee. That's what
Carolina
they say.
chickadee.
Yeah.
That one right there. It's the 4 notes. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, see?
Carolina chickadee.
Ranger Tanya. She's in charge of park experience